Flip the switches. Feed the hamsters. Poke the gerbils.
Yep. Oh, man.
And get the update. All right, quiet on the set.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And this is Lunch, coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. Here are the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another glorious edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the Shroud of the Avatar news. So you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours.
Ooh. I don't know. Are we going to call it Shroud of the Avatar news today? I don't know.
Well, it does impact the team.
Well,
And
I got to say, we're getting the band back together.
well, so I will say that the question about who is on the team full time, we may have an answer related to that.
Yes, but first things first, of course, welcome to today's show, boys and girls. That's right, we are back again, short week, but the Maynard's starting us off. Morning, Maynard.
Just subscribed with Prime. Thanks.
He hit us up with a sub.
Morning, guys.
For 40 months.
Yay!
Thank you,
Does that mean
Maynard.
we're playing marbles?
And of course, giveaways are open. It is 2 for Tuesday. So make sure you're bundled up because we'll be giving away double the streamer bundles at the butt and the top of the hour. Yeah, definitely wrong venues. We'll talk about that in a minute. Just as soon as the Maynard tells us. Maynard's usually a random dude, but we'll find out today whether he wants the nudes or the randoms. As soon as he figures it out, he'll let us know. He will let us know. Maynard wants the nudes. All right, so we'll do a giveaway here in a little bit. Thanks to the Maynard, we'll add a mystery game key to the queue and get you guys and gals an extra goodie. But what do you say, Jack? We want to get right to the meat and potatoes of what's going on, and then, of course, are we gonna go
Whoa.
straight through the whole 8 minutes, or are we gonna pause and do commentary? Because I know right off the bat in the first 2 or 3 minutes we got to stop and do a pause. Absolutely.
Oh, it's going to be a whole lot of like, because I witnessed it, and it's like, oh man,
All right. So what I have to do then is I gotta go turn off the volume for the game audio, so we don't have that annoying in the background here. So let's kill that game audio, and let's get to the meat and potatoes of what we're going to be talking about today. This is going to take a little while. The entire video is, I believe, 8 minutes, 8.5
25
minutes long.
seconds.
And 25. I see 24. I can't get all the way over there, but yes,
It's 25.
yeah, but a little over 8 minutes. But we're probably going to be covering it for a good portion of the show. So hang on to your seats. Let me. I actually want to also turn up the main volume here, just so that I have to unlock that, and once we start playing it, I will turn the volume up. So you ready to start this off?
Yes, we are clicking play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Our 11th demo for the day will be the entire Pangea team. Who's going to tell us a little bit about the game they're making. So I'll hand it over to you, Joe, and you can take it away.
Thank you, Neil. Pleasure to be here. We are Pangea, and we are a game studio. More specifically, we're a game studio focused on building brand new, amazing multiplayer experiences in interactivity. Our first game that we're going to be releasing is Project Rise. It's a game we've been working on. It is the ultimate dungeon extraction game. Project Rise is a player versus environment game. You could think of it as something like a Fortnite. But we're pushing the boundaries on interactivity and experience. It's player-influenced, procedurally generated dungeons, first of its kind monster mode, and Hunger Games-esque streamer interactivity is something that pushes the boundaries on new gameplay and interactivity.
Click pause.
But rather than...
Okay. So on that slide.
Hunger Games-esque. What the hell is Hunger Games-esque streamer features? Are we going to be battling each other as streamers to play the game, or what the hell is that?
Are they going to have 4, 6 factions that are all competing for different things? Because remember, it's player versus player, player versus monster. You can play as the monster.
Things that make you go,
That's not the first time that you can play as a monster.
Well, I don't think any of this is a first, to be honest with you, except for whatever this Hunger Games streamer feature is, which I have no clue.
Remember Diablo 2, Diablo 3, Diablo 4?
I remember 2 or 3. I forget which one it was. I used to play it.
Yeah, well, Diablo 2 was all procedurally generated dungeons.
Well, I mean, not for nothing, but Dungeons and Dragons Online was procedurally generated dungeons. The dungeons were different every time, too. As far as I recall.
No, they weren't. It was just the traps that were different.
As far as I recall, the dungeon was based on the player's level every time they entered the dungeon. So
when I played DDO, it was not.
That's my recollection of it.
It was not. It was, but other games have done all procedurally generated dungeons quite frequently. But how is a player influenced procedurally generated dungeon? Okay.
It's a good. Well, again, player influence would be like I'm explaining for D&D online. Depending on your level, would depend on the difficulty of the dungeon that gets spawned for you. That would be player influence, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think. Well, if when we get later in this video
Well,
and he's setting up the parameters for
well,
it, I
just
think it's
for all
yeah.
fairness, I've only watched the first 2 or 3 minutes of this. I have not watched all the way
Oh,
through.
oh,
Okay. So
yeah.
I only got
Oh,
to the part coming up just a little further in here where
okay.
the biggest
Yeah.
major announcement that isn't as shocking as I would expect it to be, but might be shocking for a whole lot of you. But let's continue. Ready?
Oh, man. Okay.
3, 2, 1, or did you just play?
Wait, Star's the executive producer?
Well, like I said, you were going to count this in. I guess not.
And then
No,
talk to you
I
about
know.
it.
I saw it
I'd
earlier.
like to invite Star Long, our executive producer, and Chris behind the keys,
Okay.
who will be showing you a demo of that game.
Let me get him up on the
Thanks,
stage
Stu.
there. There we go. Okay, so that's right. Star Long, executive producer. Star's LinkedIn say anything about being executive producer? I don't
No,
know.
no, no,
Uh,
no. It,
now,
it, it does
mind,
not have anything
mind you, this
related to.
video is over 5 months old at this point, and we're just being
Yes.
made aware of it. Okay, 5 months ago, this video was done.
Yeah.
Also want to remind everybody that so in 5 months, if you go and sign up for early access on Pangea, guess what still happens even today? I'll give you all three guesses, and the first two are wrong.
Um.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
put the screenshot up from
Form
last night. Yeah.
sending failed. Receiver not specified.
Yeah.
Still. And the Pangea website. And remember, there are already Pangea games in Texas.
Oh well, if you really want to get interesting, open a new tab and just type in Pangea games, and that's it.
Yeah.
And there's Pangea Software Mac Games, Pangea Software Incorporated, Pangea Software, Pangea Board Games, Pangea. Yeah, I mean, there's a million. I mean, they could have really come up with something more original because
Yeah.
in this whole list, I don't think they even come up in this first list of.
Well, they do it. It's all the way. It's underneath the see more related searches. Then you get Pangea.
See more.
Under the see more and other searches. Just keep on scrolling down.
I'm scrolling. I'm looking for it. Sponsored. Scrolling. Scrolling.
For me, it's the 11th result.
Oh, Pangea. A trading card game? No.
Nope.
Yeah. Again, on mine, it just doesn't come up that I see.
Yeah.
As I clicked on several of these yesterday as I was looking for it, and Pangea Gaming, affordable pricing, which is a card game, board game, Ventura games. But anyway, you get the idea. Is related searches. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, back to said video.
Back to said video.
Don't even get us started. So I'm at 1 minute 12 seconds here.
Okay, I can go back.
As Star is
Get
just
back here.
taking the microphone.
Okay. Click play again in 3, 2, 1, play.
So Chris is going to be showing you a bunch of stuff while I yabber at you here on stage. So there's the main thing that players want, or anybody who consumes entertainment, is once they find something they love, they want more of it. They want more content. But content is expensive. So you have two answers to that problem. You can throw people at the problem, and that's expensive. Or you can throw technology at it, which is what we're choosing to do. So we are making procedurally generated content. So what Chris is going to do while I'm talking at you is he's going to make lots and lots of dungeons. So he's going to click and he's going to make a dungeon. And so what that does for us is we can make every time the players have to escape the dungeon, it's a different dungeon every time. There's different rooms, there's different levels, there's different hallways. And so this answers that question and that need that people who are playing this game, it's like, it's different every time. It's a surprise, and it's surprise and delight every time. And if you ask players who are playing Fortnite, the number one thing they want is, I wish I had more maps. And the Fortnite team, it takes them months, about 6 months to make a new map. We can make a new map instantly using procedural generation. And what we can do as well is we can use machine learning to help us like catch errors, like don't stack rooms inside of each other, and learn from what players like and what's their favorite thing. Not only that,
right, stop here.
Players get to interact with how.
Okay, because we can create a dungeon in literally seconds. Wasn't that idea sort of we can create a scene, real quickly, because we're using Unity, and that's why we picked Unity. We can just use the asset store. What is that? Oh, so that is where our new Unity servers went. Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know whether this is Unity or Unreal at this point.
Rampage and Beef.
I'm willing to bet
Thanks
that
for
it's
joining
Unity.
us, Rampage and Beef.
Rampage
I
and
am-
Beef. Welcome to the stream.
I don't know. It looks unreal to me.
Yeah, well.
So if you look at the screen for the dungeon designer thing, it's got a seed, levels, something that starts with an M, Mazy,
levels, Mazy, and
light. So those are options that are created. So for one, remember when we were going, okay, what's the player influenced dungeon? So I think there's going to be like a large waiting area socializing, and then people will click the options for what they want their dungeon to be like.
Again, I'm going to say that the seed is going to be something like based on the user's level.
Yes.
And that's going to be the...
No. I don't think so. And then it's like, remember, their entire thing is what players really want is more content. And
yeah, that's what our Shroud of the Avatar players want, is more content, more dungeons, episodes 2, 3, 4, and 5 that they were promised years and years and years ago. Comment from Rampage and Beef, first time commenter, and again, welcome to the stream and show.
Rampage Beef, Unreal is user code friendly compared to Unreal.
Yeah, I think you want to maybe say compared to
which one is supposed to be Unity?
Yeah.
The first or the second?
And both have assets. It doesn't matter which. It does matter which because the licensing fees make a big difference on how much you spend.
Well, that's whether or not they ever actually sell any, because things like business model, we know that the team that's in the lead of this project doesn't have any clue, because the CEO or the other co-founder besides Chris Spears also worked on Demeta, which was the blockchain game.
You mean Iron and Magic?
That's where they met. Yes,
the game
Iron and Magic.
that never came to, and he specifies that Unity should have been first there. So Unity is user code friendly compared to Unreal, is what he meant to say. So thank you for the clarification.
Yes,
and he just woke up. I'm with you on that one, brother.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. I've been up for hours. Oh man, but so they're going to have some sort of option for generating the dungeon. But let's continue on with this video, because what's the purpose of said dungeons?
That generation happens. So those numbers that you see in the upper left, players, when they win a level, they get a little collectible that influences how that procedural generation happens. So that collectible could be what kinds of traps are put in the map, or what kind of monsters, or is there lava in the map or not? You know, Floor's Lava, everyone's favorite game as a kid. They get to influence how that happens. So not only are we randomly generating the content, players are influencing how that random generation happens. Again?
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense there, Star. Players get a token. Do they get to choose to use the token, or is the token forced upon the player, making it not so user?
And remember, the first real slide was PvP focused.
Well,
so does every single player require the same tokens? Is it one?
Well, again, are the tokens forced use, or are the tokens optional use? You know, do you get to say, okay, let's put this token into play, or let's not put this token? You know, maybe I don't want traps. Maybe I don't want the floor is lava. You know, my house, I mean, it was a fun game, but if you ever fucking walked on the furniture in my house, you got your ass beat, let alone tried to play the floor is lava. You know?
Instead of playing floor is lava, I preferred to play Doctor.
Yeah, I'm with you there, you know. I just prefer to play it myself, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
I guess that depends on who you're with for playing Doctor.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's very, very true. Okay, so... Or play soccer, or all kinds of other shit. Okay, and play with Legos. Going back to play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Now, Chris is running around the map as a human right now, but one of the things that also happens in these games is they're very competitive, and you might get knocked out really quickly. And anybody who plays these games like Call of Duty or Fortnite and plays them with your nieces and nephews or your kids, you probably get killed very quickly, and then you don't get to do anything for a little while. Well, what we have a solve for that too is you play in monster mode.
Okay, so he's playing as a human. Is there any indicator on that screen that he's playing as a human?
No, because even in the first-person view, you can't see any hands or weapon or anything in front of you to say, which, of course, right off the bat, I'm going to say is going to be nope for me, because I can't stand fucking games that do this. I just can't stand them.
No.
You know, is a first-person point of view where all I can see is that, and I can't see behind me, or I can't see from above. You know, that'll make me just nope out right away. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I don't like the first-person view like this, especially when I can't even see what my hands are doing, or whether I have a weapon on my hand equipped, or any of that. But
and your view is
what is this game supposed to be?
shit is what it's supposed to be.
This is called Project Rise. That doesn't even
They
have
convinced
an
someone to
actual
give
name.
them several $1 million to develop a game that is then going to be shit upon by everyone.
Yeah, Mike's, I think you're absolutely right. He's not actually playing. He's probably in admin mode, just floating through, which again, isn't, the greatest way to show this off. And again, Star just says he's playing a human, but again, if this is what it's going to be.
So in a few minutes or in a minute or two, it's going to actually change the camera perspective a little bit.
Coming soon, the fall, right? Project The Rise. I wonder where that came from. Next one is going to be the fall. Yeah. That next one is going to be pick one out of Shroud.
Pick a map level out of Shroud. But let's go back to hitting play again in 3, 2, 1, play.
So you get to come back as, say, a rat. And go around and nibble at the heels. And so now
nice.
Chris is running around as a rat, and you have the little beady eyes, so the camera's sort of fish-eyed out, and you're very low to the ground. Or you can play as a gelatinous cube. That's the big blob of Jell-O, and so now the camera's very globby and shaking around. Or you can play as a ghost, which is like Wrath-like, and again, generating content. And the other thing we can do is we can use language models to add narrative, because one of the ironies of all this artificial life and generated content that we're making is all this procedurally generated content we're making can sometimes feel very lifeless. So we have to fill it with life. And what we can do is, one of the things we have this language model do for us is give us content. So what happened to me the other day when we were playing, Chris?
Let's see.
Oh, demo gods.
There once was a wizard named Star, whose staff could conjure from afar, but a disease struck him dead. Now his powers have fled. No magic can save him, Tartar.
So what we did was we just told we just gave it our language model some prompts that said, hey, what happens in these fights? Take the characters' classes. I was a wizard, and whatever killed him, make a limerick about it. So, and then use voice generation to narrate and taunt the players as the evil dungeon master. So we didn't need a writer, we didn't need the voice actors, and again, we can generate and fill this. It's playing the role of the evil dungeon master, taunting the player.
So we don't have to pay Lum for 2 years worth of work to create bullshit. All right.
But also the player is only taunted by the dungeon master when he dies. So again, what's the point of these procedural generated dungeons? Yes. Well, I need the paycheck to come up with this shit. That those guys are receiving to come up with this stuff, because we're going to generate a limerick based off of whatever.
Yeah, I hope that their word censor is up to speed also, because I can see that going awry real quickly.
That it's like, how is it pulling phonetics for names?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, what are you going to do? It's like, then you also have the idea of character classes. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
pretty devious. With who gave them money? I have a bridge to sell. Yes. Because these are... Yeah. Are you ready to go back to it and play again?
I was gonna say, if I was a really smart investor, I would have looked at the last couple of projects that these guys worked on and went,
Yeah, the last 10 years of projects.
Just
the last 10 years of projects.
Yeah. Because yeah. That's all I'm gonna say on that, but you ready to count us back in?
The last 15, even if you went with the last 15 years of projects or last 20 years of projects, that would be Shroud of the Avatar, Chris and Star both worked on what was that game before Tabula Rasa? Chris also worked on Ultimate Collector, which was the mobile game that got shot down like as soon as it was released. Star worked for Disney as an executive producer for a little bit. But it's like these guys do not have a modern track record that is successful in any way.
Moving right along.
No, we're moving to the point where to the Moobot side.
Oh, it's that time. All right, so we're gonna pull some
it
bundles.
Is Taco Tuesday.
Yes, and we got a bunch of people on set. We got Stymie, we got Andrew Night Owl, we got Lomir, we got Cece.
You know what? I don't even need to get out of the chair for the Stymie Savage Furry and Lomir. So Lomir, if you want to walk on over, we can
don't forget to go visit the newly open CC's Bazaar out in Journey's End.
Yes. Oh.
Because the Maynard and Knight Rider. I have to actually mail them out.
Wait.
Nobody on set on one.
Oh, yeah. And I'm waiting on Lomir to trade him. But yeah. Okay, so we're going back to the video. And
hold on, I'm doing bundles. Okay. Then I also have to pull a game key. It. I have to pull a game key thanks to Maynard. Is Knight Rider in game? Let's see. Yes, he is. I can always rely on him to be in game to make it easy for me to send him a game streamer bundle. All right, that's taken care of. And then, of course, hope you're all raffled up because we're going to go ahead and close. Oh, let me reopen this one first so I don't forget.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're good at that. We're good at that.
Forgetting things. Yes.
And then we're going to close the other giveaway, pick ourselves a wiener. And fucking Lomir. Lomir, you're going to give it up?
I'm willing to bet he is.
Yeah, so am I. So let's get to the game keys. I'll pick the game key. He's probably off getting himself some tea or something. But we've got a copy of Beautiful Desolation coming up right here. And Beautiful Desolation is we're at $12.99 on Steam. So we're going to pick that next winner. And that's going to go to Knight Rider.
Oh, yay.
And Asmodee says, damn the ads. Well, you know, there's a way to work around that, which is called subbing to the stream so that you don't have to see the ads. So if you sub, you can get away with not seeing ads. At least that's what Twitch says happens. And we're going to reopen the giveaway. There we go.
Dun, 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 dun.
So you can all start typing exclamation I love free shit one more time. And of course, don't forget to type in exclamation bundle me for a chance to win streamer bundles at the top of the hour. But let's continue on as let me get over there and turn that back on so people can see it.
I'm at 527. So
I'm at 528. So yeah, we're close enough.
Okay, we're clicking play in 3, 2, 1, play.
As they're trying to escape the dungeon that's killing them, and we can just and again didn't need a writer, didn't need the voiceover actors. And we can. I think we were going to make one of various people. If you want to see us later, we can make a limerick about you as well and taunt you. And then finally, one of the favorite features we're excited about that Joe was mentioning is our Hunger Games. So as you're escaping the dungeons, and
there once was a wizard named Star whose staff could conjure from afar, but a disease struck him dead. Now his powers have fled. No magic can save him, Tartar.
Is this Hunger Game? So you think you've escaped the dungeon? Well, the streamers who are watching voted to add a secret room at the top of the dungeon, so now there's whole nother level that you have to finish, or they added a second boss to the level. And so the streamers are actually voting on adding content as you're watching that makes the levels harder or even easier. They could drop extra loot in, drop extra lives, drop extra weapons, so they're interacting Hunger Game style with the game as it's happening. So lots of cool, innovative features. We're leveraging, we're optimizing.
In the realm of dungeons, fierce and vast, there was a player named Joe. And
Star is confused by the concept of who is a streamer and who is a viewer. Obviously, by this.
Hold on a second. First off, I got to say thank you to Stymie for the sub, 30 months in a row. And Lomir, we didn't hear a damn thing you said because the volume on this video is up so high that when we're showing it, we can't hear anything in this room. So what were you saying? And he's gone again.
Moo.
Moo, yeah.
But so viewers get to cast votes and change the map mid-map?
Well, yeah, absolutely. But again, Hunger Games style, where the people running the Hunger Games. But yeah, how are people viewing it? Is my first question.
Well, I mean, that's the same way of like all the games that allow us to play games, marbles on stream, things like that, where we can actually set it to where the viewer can actually do things.
Right. So in order for this to happen, you have to be streaming, and then your viewers allow you to do this. I mean, that really.
Well, not only that, but remember, PvP.
Again, say you and I are playing and we're not streaming. Do we don't get the benefit of that because we're not streaming? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, not only that, but so this is obviously going to be based off of a master model to where the streamer, there's going to be a primary, and then everybody else connects to that instance, right?
Well, see, or they could be using a model like Grand Theft Auto, where in Grand Theft Auto, if I want to just stop what I'm doing and go sit someplace, I can then stop and view what everybody else in my session is doing, and I can spectate them as they're out doing their thing, and I can just watch other people play the game for enjoyment instead of actually being out there in the fray. So, I mean, they really need to clarify a little better whether this is literally.
Well, I mean, they would have to release design documents and updates and clarify what they mean by these things and what's going to be possible, which this statement from Star is okay. Y'all didn't really think about this, did you?
Yeah, you didn't have a script on this one because, or at least somebody
you didn't want to pay writers.
The script. Yeah, because the streamers. First off, if I'm streaming the game, I'm not stopping to vote. I'm streaming. I'm busy doing stuff like we're doing now. I'm switching.
I'm killing
windows,
people.
I'm doing stuff. I'm in the fray of things. Yeah, I'm not going to be. So the voters think. First off, like says they think people are going to watch this. First off, you got to. Again. Are people actually going to have to stream this in order for that to take place, or is it going to be a spectator mode, where you're going to be forced to be in, a session with a whole bunch of other players? First thing.
Well, that and it's one where they've already mentioned things like player death, respawning, but the goal is to escape the dungeon.
Well, yeah. How do you get into the dungeon? Is the whole thing just dungeons? When you get out,
Yeah.
what do you do? Of course, Drip says, "Isn't the fun of dungeon mastering playing with friends? Who wants to play with AI?"
Yeah.
A few players have an issue running soda on the computer they own, let alone this kind of
Yeah.
stuff coming from Andrew Night Owl. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, but the art assets that they're using on these are so almost 8-bit, almost.
Yeah,
Okay, they're
Mike
16-bit.
says,
They're
so no overworld, huh? No thanks. We don't know that yet. It doesn't look like it as of yet, but
well,
yeah,
they're going to have to build a lobby of some sort.
where you when
to
you
do these
escape the
things.
dungeon, you do
Ghost
something.
Flyer 71 just
Yeah.
followed.
And
Thanks
it's
for
like you're going to
joining
have to
us,
find a
Ghost
way
Flyer
to
71.
get other players and things like that. And it's like, how are you going to level and skill progress and choose where to allocate things for your things? But then that becomes, okay, one player grinded. Oh, wait, but we're not about the grind in this game.
Oh no! Doesn't he say
But
it is
in
about the
order
grind?
to open up new features, you have to have these stupid fucking tokens.
All right, hold on. And Ghost
Yeah.
Flyer 71, welcome to the stream. Let's get over to just jump over to Pangea about Project Rise. Doesn't he say that it's going to be a grind?
Hold on. Modern 100%
No,
data
he
founder.
says, yeah.
We strive for competitive, no overtime, flexible work life, zero tolerance for egos. And you got Chris Spears.
Where you reading that?
Oh, that's on the about us. Oh, about Project Rise. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At this point in the project,
is session based. Every session is completely unique, and player decisions impact the game for everyone. PvP versus E.
EVPVE.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What Project Rise is not pay to win or pay to progress or pay to unlock content. While there will be ways to spend money in the game, none have impact on a player's power. It is not power progression through grinding.
Yeah.
If I want an extra special dungeon, how do I get those tokens? Grinding.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of achievements and content elements that can be unlocked through playing long hours. Isn't that the definition of grinding? Playing long hours? Fuck me. For fuck's sake.
Yes. No progression grinding and no gear grinding. Open marketplace. While this appeals to allowing open trades, tends to attract the players of the wrong players that eventually. So there's no open marketplace.
Yes.
Which means that there still will be account selling and things like that.
Read that in its entirety because we've got to talk about that.
Oh no, not an open marketplace. While this appeals to some players, allowing open trading tends to attract the wrong types of players that eventually toxify the community. We are looking for people who play for the fun of the game, not those looking to make money off of it.
Anybody who streams your game is looking to make money off of it. Whether they're selling things in your fucking game or not, they're looking to make money off of it. So if you're truly going to have people who are streaming the game, making decisions in the game, they're fucking making money off of it. Hello, McFly. You all know what streaming is about. You think we do this just because we like being here every Monday through Friday? Well, we do, but that's beside the point. But
yes, and 3 Devious with still trying to make less money. Yes,
like Shroud. Yes, he's trying to make no money.
Well,
because
the question is become, when does this project get canned like Iron and Magic?
well, so far,
Because
five months
there is
in.
some timelines coming up, and remember, this video was posted 5 months ago.
Yes, and we'll get
So
to
are
that.
we ready to hit play?
Let's get over here and let me put this back in full screen again. There we go. And yes, ready to click play again.
3, 2, 1, play.
Swung with such mighty might, but alas, a rat
So we're
turned out his
optimizing
light.
how
The
we're
well
And then
barbarian
Chris
and
interrupting
bad
Star
fire
with
by
stupid shit.
Huh?
Your
models
story is
through
told.
AI, through
Your acts
procedural
so cherished,
generation.
now laid to rest, a victory for vermin.
He's very chatty.
That's the least.
All right,
Well-
Joe, you're on.
Thank you. Yeah, so as you can see, we're really trying to create a new type of experience for players. And, you know, a lot of
Stop. Ghost Flyer says, shit, Les got me into this game like 6 years ago. So don't worry, we're probably not going to get you into this game. Unless something really
we are
spectacular comes around.
to stay away from this game like the plague.
Yes. So a team of veteran game entrepreneurs, and we're now starting to see people like Star Love as the executive producer, little Bobby Thompson, Dr. Bob as the senior developer.
Yeah, we have no idea who Dr. David is.
Yeah.
But Keith Quinn,
aka Sanyo, senior designer
on this project. So the breaking news for everybody, if you haven't watched this video yet, and this was posted, remember, video posted 5 months ago. Sanyo is the senior designer in 20 plus years as a lead designer of Project Rise.
Okay, so now we got to look at KEI. Keith Quinn.
He doesn't have anything. Even
No
on his
LinkedIn?
personal web. Well, his LinkedIn still has Portalarium, and his personal webpage still does not say Pangea on it. Because I looked at that the other day.
Oh well, I'm looking since as I guess there's more than one Keith Quinn out there on LinkedIn.
Well, just do Keith. It's keithquinn.net. Is his personal webpage. And Keith Quinn currently works at Portalarium on the Shroud of the Avatar massively multiplayer game as lead designer. Yeah, hasn't been updated in a long time.
Yeah, it works at Portalarium, right?
Yeah.
Not Catnip Games, at Portalarium.
Not Catnip Games, Portalarium.
As a level designer, not even lead designer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you're a little bit behind the times there, Keith, buddy.
Yeah, and then his LinkedIn page for you is a lead quest and level designer at Portalarium.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
At Portalarium. Boy, that picture's fucking old.
Oh yeah. But I mean, it's the same one that they used on Project.
He doesn't even look at
Pangea.
that like that. That a GeoCities site? Yeah, well.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I mean, so let's go back to clicking play in 3,
there we go.
2, 1, play.
These tools, actually, like the streaming tools, Twitch actually already has this integration, but nobody's using it. Nobody's pulling it into the game and taking the JSON files and actually creating these new levels. And as a team, that's one of the things that we pride ourselves in. Some of us have spent 30 plus years in the industry, building games, really bringing about new, game-changing, new ways to play. Games like Star Wars Force Unleashed, The Old Republic, NBA Jam, and all the way back to the first MMO, Ultima Online. And so our timeline, we're actually looking to have a first playable done, a first playable demo done this January. So if you are interested in doing that, there's a little QR code on the next slide. But then we'll be building this in a very modular fashion.
What?
January 2024 playable demo.
March, this month, alpha.
June, closed beta. August, open beta. Let's go back to the contact us page on Pangea for Project Rise. Can't even sign up for the fucking email because a receiver is not specified.
Just so you know, I believe that's Pangea.
Well, I know, as we talked earlier, there are so many different Pangea games companies.
Yeah.
Did they get the sign up form working? Fuck no.
Yeah, and of course, their About Us has still only got Chris, Joe Scott, and a bunch of squirrels. Everybody else, and here we are. The web page is there. There's no, and I guess we're gonna have to hit that QR code to, we found it in 2022, so we're 2 years in.
Yeah.
And let's see, getpangea.com, which just leads you right back to this website. So there's no.
I gotta wait for the QR code to come back up.
Well, I didn't see it come up yet, so.
Those squirrels are talented creatures.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and notice that they've got a PC launch and a mobile launch.
I see a PC launch, a mobile launch, and a mobile launch. Which one is it? Is it January or is it June? Make up our minds. Is it actually going to launch in mobile in January, or is it going to mobile launch on mobile in June? Because you have both of them here in this timeline, if you hadn't noticed.
Yeah.
Like a train wreck already. Yeah, amen to that, brother. Yeah. No, the sign up's still not working as of this morning. It's still not there.
And where is this QR code for their page?
I don't know. We're gonna continue to play and get this out of the way because we've got less than 10 minutes to finish this. So let's do it.
Yeah, it's there is no QR code for their project. Oops. They forgot that on their fucking slide.
I don't know. We haven't got there yet. Yeah.
No, I have reached the end.
Well, how did you reach the end? I got 30 seconds left. Well, thanks for counting me in. Hold on, let me finish it then.
First, hey man, because that's the most critical thing in this, and that's the most critical thing for gamers. That'll keep them coming back.
It's Project
and that will
Sync
drive new content.
Is what they're developing.
So thank you for your time, and if you want to get a hold of us, definitely see us, and we'll get your hands on the demo. Thank you.
There was the code. There's the QR code.
Our 11th demo for the day.
No, that's not for them though. That QR code that's on there
is the contact code.
Is the contact for the agenda for demo day. So that's telling you that definitely is going to be the ones up right after that. And here, so that's the betaworks.com/camp. So it comes up with that is not Project Pangea.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And it's an AI camp. Woo!
Our 11th demo for the
So, yes, so this was brought to our attention last night, and of course, it was definitely worth the trip to look and see where the prior members of the team from Shroud of the Avatar are, and many of them are now working on this project.
Stink.
Yeah.
Project Sync, because
So,
it's not going to rise. It's going to tank.
First off, so let's go with just quick synopsis here. What did you think of the look of the structures and the graphics and what you saw in the demo so far?
Oh, absolute shit.
I was not totally impressed. Looks too
No.
cartoony. Yeah, well, that's what's going to happen with procedurally generated is you don't have that level of detail. You don't have all that stuff to play with.
Hold on. Diablo 2 was all procedural generated. Okay. Diablo 2 looks much better. Okay, so if you look at that,
Diablo screenshots.
Just do a click on images for it. But it's like that was all procedurally generated and looks much better.
I'll see
because they've got a variety of textures, even though it is.
I don't agree.
View.
I don't agree with that because, as I remember, I forget whether I played 2 or 3, but the map was always a static map. It wasn't procedurally generated. The same stuff was always in the same place and the same time whenever you went to where you needed to go, including the dungeons. It was the same layout. It wasn't different. So I can't agree that it was procedurally generated.
I'm sorry. Neither Diablo 2 nor Diablo 3 used randomly generated maps.
Yeah,
so different combination of maps.
Yeah. Looks like an old Amiga game. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Simey says, well, maybe new info in the near future. Chris told me he'll be at GDC next week. Yeah, good luck on that. Are you going to GDC?
Yeah.
Where is GDC this year?
Isn't it in California?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. San Francisco.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll have to wait for Stymie to see if he can meet up with Chris and find out. Of course, Chris may not be willing to talk with the Shrouded Avatar player about his new project either.
Yes.
Yeah. But it is what it is. Yeah.
And the funny thing is, other places are like Diablo 2 Resurrected generates random levels, not quite. So it does have random level generation.
Yeah, holy fuck.
So,
we have more people in Owl's Head than anywhere else in the game right now.
That's almost always the case while we're live.
I know.
The most populated in a given day, Owl's Head is still the most populated town there is in Shroud.
Yeah. Only took us 10 years to get it that way. That's okay. We did it.
Yeah, 5 players. But yeah,
there's still 13 places to sit.
Well, seven including ourselves. You're breaking up.
I'm talking about all the benches and everything else.
What about them?
Places to sit.
Oh yeah. That's because we built it that way, so to invite people. And of course, always good to see all these guys here every day too. So,
I mean, there's 11 places to sit right on the benches themselves.
But speaking of things to do and places to be, time for us to start wrapping this train wreck up. That's right, man. Best train wreck on the internet. Best train wreck around is what he says.
Munnerd and Lomir.
All right, pulling mine. Closing the giveaway. picking our wieners. Come on. And I got Andrew Night Owl and Lomir Adane. So congratulations.
And my trades are completed as soon as Lomir hits accept. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, and we are picking a Steam Key winner, and that's going to be going to Jigoku, who really wants this game. Reveal key, Edge of Eternity.
You're
welcome there, Lomir.
And
Congratulations to
there's
winning 2
Andrew.
keys.
Both guys sitting here on the lot. I love it when that happens. Makes life a lot easier.
Edge of Eternity.
Saves me some gold. You're welcome, Andrew.
Yay. Let's go see. How much is Edge of Eternity worth? Steam
$5.99.
store. Are you sure about that?
No, I'm just guessing.
$29.99 currently.
Wow.
Yes. Edge of Eternity. Congratulations there.
Yeah. And I also got to thank Andrew for helping set me up out at Crossroads. I put a new market lot over there when they opened up market lots, and he put a hatch to Journey's End right next to my market lot. So big shout out to Andrew. And of course, anybody who wants to go set up a lot out in Journey's End, like Cece, go out and visit Cece's Bazaar. But Cece's got some of the greatest deals running right now out at Journey's End. Go check it out. And if you need anything special, let me know as I close out the giveaway and pick our winner, who is Long Live the Stymie.
Oh,
and Stymie,
yes.
Let's see what we've got for you. We've got a copy of White Noise Online. White Noise Online going out to Stymie Savage Fury. And that's worth $5. Going out to Stymie. So congratulations to you all. And of course, thank you to Rampage and Beef, Ghost Flyer 71 for the follows. Welcome to the show. Thank you, Maynard and Stymie, for the subs. And of course, thank you all for joining us here each and every day, because we do appreciate you. And we couldn't do this without you guys and gals out there. We do appreciate you all checking us out. Remember, it is another short week. Tomorrow and Thursday, the only other 2 shows of the week, and then another 4-day weekend, because I'm headed down south this time instead of up north. And we'll have a 4-day weekend for St. Patrick's Day with the family and be back. But we'll tell you more about that by Thursday.
Have fun stroking the wang there, Laz, this weekend.
Always. But we'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Until then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.